Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we are finally playing some MotoGP online. Managed to find a good lobby. Half the time there's no lobbies online, or there's just really long ones, or they've got no people in, so finally we've managed to find the sweet spot. But as I always do, we're just going to be showing off the best bits of some 3-lap races. So then, the first race of this lobby is Assen, as you probably saw in the intro there. We've got an Alex Rins on pole position. We're down towards the back of the grid. I didn't actually have a look at my position. Wait for the lights to go out here then at Assen. Someone is smoking up their rear tyre already. I don't know if that was lag or whether they jumped the start slightly. It doesn't seem to be a long lap penalty for anybody, so I don't think they did jump the start. I think it was just a bug as we go down towards the first corner. And oh, I've misjudged that, so I'm really sorry for that guy that I just hit there. I don't think I knocked him off, so it's okay. But I can't believe I broke so late into the first corner. To be honest, I thought I'd broken a decent marker. Perhaps he broke very early, but I did end up running off the track, so that does imply it was my fault. So, first corner of online, we haven't crashed, but I caused a collision, so that's not ideal. We've got a few riders in front, running a little bit wide through the Strubben. And that Ducati, I'm sure he just braked on the exit of the corner. It's going to be difficult to pass these two guys. Bit more contact. The factory Ducati just hit the VR46 one again. People, I think, again, that was actually my bad. So, oh dear. Oh no. Well, they crashed. I'm not sure whether that was... Well, the VR46 definitely wasn't my fault. The factory may have been. Again, I'm not sure whether I just misjudged that completely or what. I mean, I haven't played a lot of the modern-day GP bikes, but I can't really see myself missing the braking by that much at two different corners on this lap. So I think that was a combination of them braking when they didn't need to. They did look like they were braking very early through some of the other parts of the circuit as well. So it could potentially have been that. But maybe it was my fault. So if it was my fault, I do apologise. But I've just jumped on. Last bikes I was playing was Moto 3. So the braking zones are obviously a lot longer on these bikes. And almost sent ourselves to the moon on the curb. Does seem like overall though, the level of skill in this lobby is not too high. Because we are rapidly closing on the leader. That Aleix has gone in very hot. I think the guy we hit at the back, we've almost caught back up already. Yeah, look how slow he's going. So I don't think that actually was my fault. I think he must have broke way before he was supposed to, and then the contact was what made me run on. That Aleix again has gone in super hot, same with the KTM in the lead. I'm going to pass the Aprilia. He comes back onto the circuit. To be fair, he's left me the room. And we're on the inside. Thought we were going to have a Johnny Ray top wrap moment there. We've got the position for now, but he's still trying to hang it around the outside. Don't think he's quite done it, so we're up to second place now. So my target is this Tech 3 KTM in front of us. And he's run a little bit wide out Strubben. The Aleix bines just fell off as well. So I think we've got a pretty good shot of winning this race. Oh, the front was completely gone through there. I completely misjudged that, went in way too quick. Oh, good job, no track limits warning for that. I guess the limits are going to be on the reduced setting. They usually are in online. So you can go on the green a little bit. I still try not to, of course, because I don't want to gain an unfair advantage. But if you do make a little mistake, at least you don't get 2 points for it. But he's run wide through the Bolt. We're all over the back of him now. It's just a matter of time before we pass him, I think. And he's run a bit wide through the Mandavine. But not enough to get underneath. To be fair with the Mandavine, if you're going a bit wide, you can try and carry the speed through, and it's not the end of the world. But we're all over the back of him now. He's holding me up a lot. I've hit him at the back there. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to let him back through, because I feel like I hit him, but I'm trying to let him back through without knocking him off. And I've crashed myself by going on the grass. Fantastic stuff. Should have just kept the position. This has been a really scrappy race, guys. I do apologise. Usually it's not me causing the chaos in the online lobbies. Usually it's everybody else. But yeah, I was trying to let that do through, and that seems to be the worst mistake I've made. So it looks like we're probably going to finish 4th now, because we're 6 seconds behind the guy in front, and I can't see... Although he's going pretty slow on the straight. I think he was just waiting up. Oh, he's knocked that guy off, whoever that was. So we're now up to 3rd place. The bike is wobbling because we braked on the curb. So I think 3rd place in this first race then, although it probably should have been a win. We've had contact with a few different riders. It seems like I said, the skill level doesn't seem that high in this lobby. Maybe from the dude that's now taken the lead. Perhaps he's a little bit better because he was pulling away and has now overtaken. But the Raul Fernandez and the RNF rider from earlier, they certainly seem to be braking at the wrong point. Not always early, but just at the wrong point. So coming through the final corner then, it's going to be 3rd place in this first race. 27 seconds ahead of the guy behind me. 8 seconds behind the guy in front. So that guy seemed to pick up his pace, the Raul Fernandez, after that previous lap, because he was going very slow when I was right behind him. But he seemed to pick up his pace a lot on that last lap. Perhaps I wasn't pushing quite as much on the final lap. But yeah, not a bad first race. Just a bit of a shame that I was actually a little bit dirty in that one. Yeah, fastest laps wise, you can see I'm quite far off the dude that actually won the race. So there's definitely a little bit of time to find there. Well, 2 seconds to find. I'm quite surprised. He's probably played the GP bikes quite a lot, because I definitely haven't been. So we're down on the grid here then for the second race. It's actually Motegi. So far, 2 races that don't get picked very much online that have been picked so far. So wait for the lights to go out then. Lights out, away we go at Motegi. It seems like a few people have potentially left the lobby. That Ralph Fernandez got a good start off the line. So did that RNF Yamaha to brake for the first corner. I've lost the rail a little bit. I've been hit a little bit from behind. Fortunately, I've not crashed. I've exited the first corner in second place. But we're right behind the dude that absolutely cleared off in Assen, and he's gone on the grass. Didn't seem to slow him down too much, though. I think I must have gone in hot here because there's no way I've outbraked him by that much. I have indeed. I've gone all the way to the gravel. Although, fortunately, there's a bit of tarmac looking over, so I don't rejoin in front of anybody. So that's 2 races, 2 pretty high-profile lap 1 mistakes. Well, probably 3 if you consider what else I did at Assen as well. And the bikes just don't want to stop. What is this? I've got on again. I feel like the 800's actually stopped better than this. Because I've done this track on the 800. Well, now in the lead, apparently. So I don't know where the other guy's gone. He ran off as well, and he maybe crashed. But after all that then, after running off twice, I'm now in the lead of the race. I didn't expect that one. Yeah, like I was saying, I've done this track before on the 9 Season 2009 mode. It's the only time I've actually played this track. And I think I must have just used those braking zones. And it just felt like, oh, and the guy in second's now crashed. So that's given us a huge lead. But I just feel like the bikes don't want to stop as well. I feel like that time wasn't so bad, but considering we've got quite a high engine braking, the bike seems very much like it's pushing into the corner still. Bit weird. So coming out the last corner then, it's going to be an easy win, almost 30 seconds, but as you can see, the number of people have dwindled to 4, so I think we are going to have to find a new lobby after that race. But a bit of a boring one, that one. Didn't see anybody after the first lap. So I actually won by 34 seconds in the end, so a ridiculous margin there. So we keep our podium streak going, although as you can see, it would have literally been impossible for us to not do that. So we'll go find a new lobby now, and hopefully it's got some more people in it. So as you can see, I found a new lobby. There is lots and lots of people here, but right near the back of it, we're in like 15th place, still a whole row of people behind us. I'm waiting for the lights to go here then at Termas. The lights out and away we go. And I've got to say, 3 races in so far, as for Crash. There we go, this is the chaos I wanted. Crashes before you even get to turn 1. That's what we've been missing the first 2 races. There's more crashes at turn 1. There's a bike jump. Oh, are you joking me? How did I even get taken out by that? What is that physics? That bike crashed towards the left and bounced back to the right. Okay. It just bounced back into my path. I cannot believe that. Okay. This is the chaos I wanted in the first couple of races that we didn't get. So I may as well start this is where the real episode starts. So that those first couple of races, they don't count. But as I was actually going to say, before all those crashes started to occur, 3 races in and we've not picked any of the big 4 tracks that usually get picked. You can add Mandalika to the list as well now, tracks always get picked. But Fadlock was flying past us, and we also get passed by Sky, and we get hit by somebody as well. There's a bike in the middle of the track we get turned in on, and we've managed to actually escape from that somehow. So everybody mugged me off on the brakes. So to be fair, I must have braked a bit early. But they did seem to go a little wide, and that did seem to help me out a bit. Oh, the bike is shaking though. Someone's rejoining. Don't hit me. And they did just that. Fantastic. This is this is the online that you guys want to watch. Those first couple of races, they weren't quite it. And somebody else is down in front. Oh, that is Fadlor. So you may recognise some of the names in this lobby from previous games, and you might know who they are as well. I think Bro Riz is in this lobby, if any of you guys know who Bro Riz is. Bro Riz 20. Ari DP, he was in the previous lobby, I think, as well. There's that Sky guy that passed me earlier on. We've got a run on him. I think there was 2 riders off on the right-hand side there, because we're now up to 10th place. So there's too much to even commentate on. We've been hit on the back again into the braking zone, but you can see how far I've gone in that I definitely didn't brake too early that time. Because of that punt, but there we go. We've now been overtaken by Sky once again. So it seems like, oh, almost hit him. Seemed like in the first lobby, I was braking too late and hitting people at the back, and now I'm braking too early and getting hit at the back. So I can't quite find the right balance, it seems. How far off the track are those 2 guys? Oh, I was too busy looking at the people completely off of the gravel, almost crashed myself. I cannot believe I'm down in 11th place though. Come on, I've got to get a move on here. I can't be finishing 11th. Well, I'm not going to, because someone's just respawned next to me that must have crashed. And that bike, what is going on here? How many people have crashed? I don't even know how all those people crashed. There's just bikes tumbling everywhere. And all of a sudden, I'm up to 6th place. I was just going around there, someone spawned, someone's bike crashed. It slid to the left-hand side of the track, and then just slid back across to the right again. There's one thing you do notice when you play online, is how bad the physics of the actual crashes are in these games, because they just slide for no reason, somebody else is down. It's now up to 5th place. So within about a sector, we've just gone from 11th to 5th without having to actually pass a single person. We're still behind Ari DP as well, who we were behind at the end of the previous lap. So that tells you I haven't passed anybody on that lap, and I've gained all those positions. 1 minute 36.5 is the fastest lap of the race. I think I had the fastest lap for a brief second there. Somebody else is down at turn 1, and the guy in front of me is now crashed as well. So is that a podium spot now? Yes, it is. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on now. So a lap ago, I was been hit at the back whilst I was in about 12th place, and now I'm in 3rd, and I've not actually made a single overtaking move for that to happen. So through the final turn then, up towards the line, we finished 3rd place, kept the podium streak going, but what a better lobby this is. This is the kind of lobby I know you guys wanted to see. So I was a little bit off the pace compared to some of the other people, as you can see, but I kept it rubber side down most of the race, except the first corner, and that gave me a podium, so I'll absolutely take it. We'll see what we get in the next one, but it could be any position. You saw how chaotic it was. So we're down here now at Valencia. So another race that's not been picked very often. I do like it, playing some different tracks that are not always just Chang, the Red Bull Ring, Mugello. Wait for the lights to go here then at Valencia. Lights out, away we go. We either did a perfect start there or jumped at the start. I didn't get a penalty, but sometimes you don't get a penalty till a little bit later on, so we may well have jumped that start because I felt like I maybe just let the clutch out a bit too early. We're being absolutely dive-bombed. Look at all the crashes at this first corner. I think I'm going to avoid the crashes through the gravel. But we've still had a terrible start because of it. We got dive-bombed by it. Well, look at all the crashes that Mick doing. So he's actually probably better off not having such a good start. That Ducati taking no prisoners as well at my inside, although then he's braked and let me back through. I guess fair enough. Maybe he had contact with me on his screen. I mean, he touched me like the tiniest bit, but I wouldn't have said that was over the line in any way. I said that was a very good move. Oh, and there's a Honda down. I was half expecting that bike just to slide towards me like they usually do. On this occasion, though, physics prevailed, and the bike didn't just change direction for no reason. So I've got 2 seconds to the guy in front, playing as Alicia Spagaro, and, well, he's down now, so we'll have another look at that gap, and that Ducati's trying to make another move. I think he's just gone in the gravel himself and fell off. Yes, he has. So now up to 4th place, so only one more person between me and yet another podium in this video. 2.7 seconds to gap, though, at a track we're not too great at, honestly. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, there's been a crash in front. So that does put me onto the podium. In fact, there's been... Oh, no, that's the guy that's a lap down. I don't think he had anything to do with that crash, but we're going to have to watch out for him because he's clearly waiting up for people. There's no way you've lost that much time in 2 laps. Though it doesn't seem like he's waiting up for me at the very least. We've got past him. We're up onto the podium. I was about to say, sort of when we came up towards the line, it was an uneventful lap. And the two did just start battling in front. And somebody high-sided. I'm not sure whether it was the guy that was in second already. I've picked up a track limits 1 in, fair enough. Probably get another one for that as well. No, actually, but I definitely should have done. But yeah, the guy in 3rd was catching the guy in 2nd. They had a little bit of a battle, and then one of them went down. I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was the guy that was in 3rd, because he was catching the guy in 2nd a lot, and now I'm catching the person that's remaining by a fair amount. So I would assume that the guy in 2nd is a slower guy. The leader's just crashed though as well, so this has changed this race massively. Am I even going to get back on in front of him? And the guy has gone through the gravel, the guy that was in front of me, and he's going to rejoin ahead. They're both still in front of me somehow. But now we've got a proper battle for the lead right in the last couple of corners. And there's been a bit of contact in front. I've made a mistake, though, so I've not been able to capitalise down the box, go down the box. I've not got the engine braking. I've lost the position once again, so I've not been able to benefit from the contact because I missed one of my downshifts. I can't believe it. We're back up to 2nd because that Ducati's got into the gravel once again. We could win this. If he makes a mistake at this last corner. He's been fairly faultless, to be fair. Well, actually, he ran through the gravel, didn't he, earlier on the lap, so he's not. So we've caught right up to him. It's going to be 2nd place. Well, that race came alive in the last sort of lap and a half. Yet another podium. A little bit less of a chaotic race, although towards the end, well, the start was very chaotic. Lap 2 was pretty standard until right at the end where the guy crashed, and then the leader crashed. The guy in 2nd went through the gravel. We almost managed to beat them both, but I made a mistake myself. I feel like I've been missing the downshifts into first, into some of the corners. I got that at Argentina as well. I don't think I probably put it in the video because it was just when I was on my own, but I almost ran in the grass just because I missed a downshift, so it does feel like sometimes the downshifts don't quite register. Well, I think the guy behind me was a little bit quicker than me. 1 minute 27.9 for him, 1 minute 30.1 for me. The guy that was leading, 29.0, so yeah. I didn't quite have the pace, but once again, kept it upright and another podium. So this time, we're actually at Laguna Seca, so once again, another different track choice. This one is going to be really chaotic, because no one ever knows where to brake at Laguna Seca. So we're actually playing one of the 2009 tracks. We're waiting for the lights to go here then, at Laguna Seca. Lights out and away we go. It's been a semi-decent start. Had a little bit of contact from behind, I think, as we go through the first corner. And so far, everyone seems to have remained upright. Those guys have got a bit wide. This guy in front's cut the corner on the inside. We should be able to get the position on him on the power. Yes, we do. So we're back up onto the podium once again. Got to try and keep that streak going. He's just crashed behind me as well. So that does make things easier. It seems like these two in front, they've got some pace. Looks like they've probably played Laguna a little bit more than everybody else, or they're probably just better than me anyway. So I'll try and go with them if I can, but I don't want to over-stress it. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between them there. They battle. That might help me out. It's been another crash behind, and another one. So we've got a bit more of a gap now. Oh, someone has gone grass tracking here. Well, grass tracking, they've gone through the gravel. Are we able to make a pass here up towards a corkscrew? I might have braked a little bit too early. I don't know how they keep doing this. They don't lose much time from going through the gravel at all. It happened at Valencia as well, when the dude in front of me did. I've just took the Rossi line through the corkscrew. But yeah, when they ran off the track in front of me at Valencia, they also didn't lose much time. If you look where he is in regards to the other guy, he's only lost about a second, and he was going right through the gravel. So he definitely should have lost a lot more than that. Maybe they've got the off-track help on or something, so it gives them extra grip. That's probably what it is. I don't really like that assist. I don't think it really assists you, it just kind of helps you cheat. Speaking of cheating, he absolutely just cut into the pit lane there. Down towards the first corner. Well, that is the first corner, and we've all gone wide into turn 2. I think we all followed each other in. But it's alright, we've got 5 seconds behind, so we can afford to run a little wide. I want to put these guys into some pressure, make them make some more mistakes. Oh, there's been a crash! They've collided! They've pulled away from me quite a bit, but they have collided. And what is he doing? What is he doing? He's just cut in front of me, had me off. I'm still in the lead, it seems. No, we're now down to second place. Are you You've just done it twice! You've just done the same thing twice. What is this guy? What is this idiot doing? What is he? Well, he almost did it a third time. Then stay on your line until you've looked where everybody else is. I think someone's waited up, it seems. We're now back up to third again all of a sudden. But unfortunately, it looked like we were going to be in the race lead there very briefly. We've gone on the gravel. Somehow, I got trial miss 1, and I'll take that. But we actually got that stopped better than any other lap. So maybe it's just the gravel around the circuit has decent grip, because there's no way that should have... Well, I suppose it would have a lot of friction. It should slow me down, but it would still be a lot better braking on the tarmac than on the gravel, you'd have thought. Here we go. He's making a pass. We're going to lose this podium if we're not careful. I've cut him up a little bit of the corkscrew. He's definitely got a lot more pace than me. I made a big mistake there. I made an absolute hash out of the corkscrew. There's no way he's going to get... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, there's no way he's not going to get through with that. It's definitely not. Oh! Okay, granted, that's my fault, to be fair. That is my fault, but we've got 19 seconds behind. So, no harm, no foul, really. That's a shame. We probably would have won this if we didn't get taken out. The guy that was in front of me just left, so we are actually going to be officially third. But as far as I'm concerned, that is the podium streak over, sadly. So I thought we'd be able to keep it going this whole episode, but unfortunately, he's left after he's completed the race. So yeah, we're not able to keep it going. 4th place in this one, but maybe we could try and get back on the podium in the next race. I guess we'll have to see. So then, here we are for the final race of the video, and we're actually at Texas. So we've actually got away without playing Qatar, Chang, or Red Bull Ring, or Mugello in this. I've accidentally put the ride-out device on, so we're going to get a terrible start here. The lights out, away we go. Although, actually, we've had a pretty decent start because we had the ride-out device on, so maybe they fixed it? I don't know. I know when the game first came out, you were slow, and you had the ride... Oh, my God, what was that? What is this? Oh. Well, I thought I was going to lead into that first corner, and then 2 bikes could fly out the inside, then some guys just dive-bomb me. I have no idea what's happened here all of a sudden. We've got a Mooney VR46 who has been punted by Quartararo, who's then punted the Mooney as well. We've been punted by Quartararo's bike, and we're down. To be fair, the fact we'd even stayed on through that whole first sector up until that point was pretty incredible. I'm not going to lie. Because we got hit by well, we should have been hit by so many things. There's somebody through the floor there, so that's always a good sign, you know. And oh, okay, who is that? That was an interesting line through that corner. I wouldn't say it was exactly correct, but interesting definitely would be the way to say it. So we've actually got... Oh, I was about to say we've got Bro Riz right in front of us, but Bro Riz has fell off. Lorenzo Cavi, the guy that won the previous race, the guy that was in that lonely 4th place until the leader decided that 2nd place shouldn't stay alive, and that neither should I. So go into the hairpin, where obviously Dennis Fodger crashed in our career mode, trying to make a dodgy pass on me. Hopefully you've seen that by now. If you haven't, then sorry for that. Sorry for that spoiler. You don't know what position it was for, so Guess we'll spoil everything as we go down towards turn 12. Got to brake nice and early for this corner. It's so easy to go in hot here. And I still miss the apex. You saw how early I braked. I still miss the apex after all that. Hopefully we can try and make a pass, though, on these two guys in front soon while the Mooney VR46 guys ran wide. Oh, and they've had contact. They've collided. And we've just narrowly avoided that. That time it kind of made sense that we almost got collected. I don't know who was that. Oh, was that guy? Didn't he just crash? I guess he didn't. Or is it a different Mooney VR46 bike? I don't know. But we almost just got absolutely yeeted. Fortunately, we weren't. So now it's 4 seconds to the guy in front. So we've got a bit of work to do. Fortunately, Austin is actually a circuit where you can kind of make up 4 seconds. Although not if you ride like that. The guy in front crashed. I was just rage quit as well. There's a free position. So up to 6th place now. Up next is now 6.3 seconds. So I think this probably... Oh, there's been a crash ahead, though. A couple of crashes ahead, actually. I was about to say, so I think we're going to stay here. But now they've crashed. That does bring me back into it. And they are in a precarious position. They've took some care with their rejoin there, to be fair. I can't really fault them for that. It just kind of put me off because I didn't know whereabouts they were going to be. Probably should have focused on my lines rather than that. Oh, okay, yep. Yeah, that was kind of my fault, I guess, to be honest. I mean, there was a gap there, so I just thought I'd try and ride into it. And sadly, it hasn't gone very well for me. But we're behind a fellow Aprilia. Austin is one of the circuits, though. On these bikes, they're so difficult because the front end is just all over the place on this game. And I was lucky to avoid that. Tell you, managed to put a bit of brake on with a bit of lean. Someone's crashed coming out the hairpin, and he's just going to rejoin into the path of me. Well, that's what you get. That's what you get for doing that. I didn't crash. He did. When I rejoined in this, in this race, you've seen every time I've always looked to make sure no one's there. Nobody else seems to do that, sadly, because that's the second or third time that's happened to me now. So we're actually now back to where we were, 6th place, and we've got that Mooney VR46 Ducati. Well, I was about to say in front of us, but now it's in the gravel. Early bath for him. So back up to 5th place. But I don't think we're going to get any higher because we're now 7.5 seconds behind that dude that was right in front of us earlier. Well, the guy we tried to make a bit of a dodgy pass on, to be fair. I mean, the gap was there because he was on a funny line because he'd rejoined. But yeah, it was always kind of going to close. It was a little bit silly from me. I thought I'd be able to just sort of sweep in front of him, but we just sort of touched. Fortunately, he didn't crash though. It was just me. So yeah, it's only me that got affected by that move. So coming into the last corner then. It's going to be 5th place for this last race of the video. Not too bad. I think this was the worst finishing position, to be fair. So 5th place being the worst one, I'll absolutely take that because it's online. Usually you'll end up in 12th in one race by being rammed off. But there you go then. In that final race, 18 seconds off the lead. Last but one finisher. That's how far behind some of these people fell. They were over 40 seconds behind. But I hope you guys have enjoyed that video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're staying safe. And I shall see you in the next one.